Well, we're back at the Spot Bar and Lounge in Newark, New Jersey, and sitting next to me, how can I say this? Sitting next to me is someone who, for our community, is an icon. For those of you who are not from Newark, New Jersey, Carl Sharif, history in Newark dates back to Ken Gibson.
Ken Gibson, yes.
And the reason why we have a young black mayor today in Newark, New Jersey is because the person behind Cory Booker is Carl Sharif. And personally speaking, I will tell you, I can't think of anyone who I would want sitting next to me than this man right here. And I just want to say thank you. I really do. You know, we don't get a chance to thank our folks enough, but I want to say thank you tonight because, you know, having grown up without a dad for most of my life because I lost my dad in an early age, you know, meeting you and having you in my corner has meant the world to me. And so I just want to say thank you.
Well, you know, that's a great thing to say. There's nothing you could say to me that means more than that. The whole back half of my life has been about transitioning to the next generation. Leadership, power, the whole thing. Actually, let me go back and correct you. I date back to Larry Starks.
For those of you not from New Jersey, that's going back.
I date back to Larry Starks. But this is incredible. You know, I am so proud of you and Ali and Rob and what has happened here. You know, we've heard Senator Obama, soon to be President Obama, talk about the importance of education. And you know, the essence of education is information.
That's right.
And that's North Star. The ability for us to communicate effectively with and about our community, I think, is what's going to be a cornerstone for us in developing our community. So I'm so excited. I'm proud of you. The turnout was awesome, and I expect that everything that you do is going to be as huge a success as this, and anything that I can do, whatever it is, you can count on me. And I'm inviting a lot of the old gray-haired guys like me to kind of just like step aside a little bit and let you young guys run and do what you do so well.
Well, you know, I think it's really important for people to understand that, you know, we talk a lot about doing things in the community, but people should really know that there's a company, 660.
Yeah.
And 660 is really your brainchild and Ali's brainchild, but I think it's important that people understand that you're employing people here in Newark.
We're employing people there, we're employing people right where we are. We employ nearly 50 people altogether. And in the end, that's really what it is you have to do. Government can't employ everyone. And unfortunately, government is heavily relied upon in our community to employ people. We have to create private sector enterprise so that we can begin to employ our people and also give our people opportunities to grow professionally and technically. We haven't done it. We haven't done a good enough job of it. We know we really have to take a look inward at what we haven't done and what we can do and do a better job. Walter, I just, you know, look, I had the opportunity of introducing you and myself.
Yes, you
What
did.
I have seen grow out of that is outrageous. You can't believe how much time I spent just sitting in my office, just looking and smiling and watching and trying to stay out of the way, but be available to provide assistance. It's the same view I have of young leaders. It's the same view I have of young political people who want to run for office and provide leadership to our community. We've got to find a way to embrace you and give you what it is you need. And too often, we've stood in your way. So I want to apologize for my entire generation for being ridiculous and not propelling our own kids. I think sometimes we are the only folks, or some of the only folks, who send our young people back to the starting line every time, as opposed to allowing them to stand and grow on our shoulders. So I am overwhelmed.
Well, you know, when I look at you and when I looked at the speech by Barack, you know, I was really wondering what was going through your mind. I mean, you were here when the first black mayor was elected in Newark. And I remember being a child then living in another county in New Jersey, but being so proud because I knew what that meant. And so what did tonight mean when you saw Barack Obama on that stage?
Well, you know, I think I had the same sense of pride and admiration that everybody had who was standing out in the street with you. But in addition to that, I hoped, and I do hope, that all of us who've been around as long as I have and longer than I see in the emergence of Barack Obama, you and Ali and all the other young people who could emerge if we provide an opportunity. It's very interesting because young Caucasians have apparently decided in many instances to break with an older generation and take this step. They understand the way the world is evolving. The question now is whether or not we will have to catch up. We should be in the forefront, not just for a presidential candidate, but in every single community. We should be looking to put our young people in a great place. So he stands as a huge symbol for us in intellect, in achievement, and all the rest. But it's most important that we not just look at that as a symbol, as a distant symbol, because we can build those same kinds of symbols in every single community, particularly those communities where we dominate the political landscape. We've not done enough of it. We need to do more of it. And I hope everybody looks at him and decide. We can't go forward with Barack Obama and then go backward in our individual community. So I'm excited. I believe he's going to be the next president. You know, I'm going to work every finger I have as hard as I can to make sure it happens. At the end of this campaign, I'll probably double my gray hair. I'll be happy to do it. And I know you're going to be in there, and all of us will be in there together.
Well, I want to thank you again. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Absolutely.
Love you.
Love you too.